apparently in Costco, I knew you could buy gold. But apparently they're selling out, which is interesting. Yeah. But apparently you can buy like a lot of gold. Like he was like, oh yeah, like $10,000 to like $100,000 worth of gold. I don't know if that's true, but that sounds kind of insane to me.
At Costco?
Yeah.
Oh, why does that sound? Why is that? I mean,
well, I don't know. That's like a lot of money to spend at a Costco.
I think there are daily limits, but
$100,000 of gold like fits in a small portion of your palm of your hand.
Is that true? I'm the opposite of this guy. I have no idea what the physical world.
We should teach you about gold. Gold is this new money.
I'm not anti-gold. I don't know what to do with it.
You can have like a 10. You can have like 10 1 ounce coins, and that would be $43,000
for real.
And
how big is it? How much is a bar? Like a big ass bar?
We're talking about think of the size of a quarter. That's about 2 inches tall.
Yeah,
a tube. Yeah, can hold 10 ounces, 10 coins, and that's $43,000. So I mean, if I held my palm out like this, I could have like $500,000.
Like an average home in the U.S., I think is $400K. So you could hold all of the value of an average home in the U.S. in the palm of your hand.
I'm getting longer gold. Wow.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. Well, anyway, so
gold is up.
I've heard it. We should touch on that point, but because so
it's up a lot.
Let's talk about gold. But one last thing I just want to mention from this guy, which I thought was interesting. He made the point to me that he was like, particularly for some of this like older generation that likes gold and probably a lot of immigrants, people from India. He was like, you need to be able to go into Costco and like it would be an interesting product and buy a physical Bitcoin. And I remember they had these back in the old days, the Cassius coins. Yeah. And then there was a Ballet crypto, these like thick metal cards that had like stickers. And I don't know how they implemented all this stuff to make sure no one jacked your coins. But I thought that was an interesting point. I imagine, there is like probably a meaningful market. If all these people, and I've seen like in Australia and all these places, they're lining up like down the block to buy gold as the global economy collapses. And, if Costco is selling out nonstop, I do think it'd be interesting for like this guy at your burrito place. Maybe he won't take your, newfangled internet thing, but if you went to him with a giant heavy coin, you're like, this is Bitcoin. I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Yeah.
Meaning to help sell him on the idea.
Yeah.
Not actually pay him with that.
Well, maybe you could do both. I don't know.
But if he doesn't, a lot of burritos. He doesn't understand how to value it.
You have yeah. I mean, I think open dimes are super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but open dime is cool, but that's like.
But you have the denomination issue.
How do you denomination? But I think there's a couple ways to go. Open dime is cool, but that's a kind of very cypherpunk, whatever. That feels like you're like, whatever, like.
Sure. Whatever. I mean, imagine a cooler coin, but it's still the same problem.
Exactly.
Like it has so much value on it. It's not the value what I want to pay for the burrito. Then how do you get your change?
I think there's a tree here, and I think both are interesting. Maybe this actually could be an opportunity for a startup or Square or whatever is like to provide the technology to do this. But I mean, one thing you could do for the actual just like commerce is like paper bills. And this is something that actually Danny was really interested in doing for a while. And some people were doing this, if I recall, like 7 years ago or something, where you get like a piece, like a dollar bill. And there's like some kind of like either scratch off code or some way to verify there's still Bitcoin on there, but it's like very, very tiny denominations. When I say tiny, like 20,
like
50,
the SAT card kind of does this.
Yeah. And also like a eCash project created cool looking paper bills that could have eCash tokens embedded in them.
Yeah.
So cool. Whether it's private keys or eCash tokens, all of those have the trust element, but I don't think it's a showstopper. I do think it's, for the reasons you're saying, it's pretty compelling, especially to someone new, to have something they can touch and feel. I think the important thing is like if it's enough value, that there's that people realize they need to get it off of that.
Well,
right?
or do they? I mean, so just play devil's advocate.
Because like, let's say it's a Cassius coin and it's worth like $50,000 or $100,000 or something. It's super risky having that bearer token with no backup. Like for example, I had an open dime, and I gave some. I gave that to some folks I know, and this was like in 2017, 2018. I would pay them back from like groceries and stuff like that.
Very expensive groceries.
Well, and then all of a sudden, I mean, literally, I was just paying back from splitting bills and stuff, and then now it's worth like $50,000 or something. Mm-hmm. So then I started like getting nervous about it's sitting on this open dime, and like if that somehow gets lost or destroyed, the money's gone.
Right.
So got them moved over to a BitKey. So you're not taking advantage of an enormous advantage of Bitcoin over gold, which is you can duplicate and backup.
I agree. And there should be a path off of that. And that's why maybe it's interesting for Square, because you have BitKey and maybe there's like a way to be the technology provider that allows you to give you that path when you're ready. But you also have to acknowledge that if people are lining up at Costco and are apparently having $500,000 in their palms and they're comfortable with that, there's a market for that.
But still, there's a huge difference. Like with gold, I mean, it can survive fire and like it.
So could this though, right? Like, I guess my point is like, you know, those like ballet crypto cards or whatever.
A little digital device.
Well, I think we're talking about two different things. I'm talking about you have like a heavy, like if you're doing, let's say you have $50,000 on here, it shouldn't be on a damn open time, right? We're talking on like $100 metal card, like something thick, heavy that you put into a safe.
It'll melt. Like the survivability of gold is better than any kind of private key storage.
Here's a crazy idea. Put it on, I don't know, gold or platinum, and then now you got double out bling, right? All I'm saying is like there are a lot of people who understand this idea of I have this thing, I put it in a vault. If I lose this thing, I lose it. And they're okay with that risk profile. And it's great if then over time, I now realize it's digital and I can kind of off ramp. But again, so I think this is actually a good transition point. You know, I had an LP emailing me and it's kind of funny. He's like, hey man, like just curious, like why is gold mooning while Bitcoin is not? And it's like, well, first of all, again, what time frame are we talking about? Like 2 years ago, Bitcoin was like under 30K, right? So, you know, what are we talking about mooning? But to your point, Steve, you can't argue that like gold is just crushing it right now. And so one debate I've had with various people in chat,
it's up to like $30 trillion.
Is it really?
Market cap.
The market cap of gold?
It was 10 trillion just a bit ago.
Yeah, now it's 30.
Oh, all right.
I mean, it's gone.
Is that
from
in the
like
last year or so?
Well, it's gone from 1,600 to, I mean, it floated around 1,1700 forever, and now it's 4,300.
No mummies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just in the last 2 months, it's gone from like 3,000 to 4,300.
Is there some sort of like obvious explanation for that? Is it like repatriation or some geopolitical concerns and stuff like that, or
probably central banks buying?
So
China, Russia.
So this is the question. This is what I'm getting hit with and debating with people in various chats and having LPs asking me is like, you know, they're like, you know, okay, well, basically, why is it gold and not Bitcoin yet? And my simple answer, I mean, short answer, no one knows, right? Like you can just guess. My guess is old people still run the world. And the old people are still comfortable with gold because they know it, they get the narrative. So, you know, I heard someone else saying this and I kind of agree with him that like, this is probably the last cycle where gold is what moons while there's an economic crisis. And maybe the next one is Bitcoin.
Also central banks. I mean,
for that reason, because who runs central banks?
Well, and also central banks have a process for how to custody gold, and they don't have a process for how to custody Bitcoin. They can't just go on an exchange, buy some, and, you know, chuck it in the.
Who's doing that, by the way? That seems like an incredible opportunity to be like the service provider for central banks.
Yeah. I don't really want to promote the person who's doing it.
That's a startup?
Yeah.
We should chat more about it. I like that startup.
All right. Maybe we'll fund an alternative one.
Yeah. The open source version.
So you're just saying you don't want central banks owning Bitcoin, or
I didn't.
Is that what are you getting at there? You know,
I don't want to promote not crazy people.
Okay.
Their startup. So.
Oh, so there's a specific startup that we don't want to.
Oh, I think I may
the thing which shall not be spoken.
Okay, we should chat more about all this. But okay. So we're getting a bunch of actual like traction in the thing. Haha, Coinbase Max. Okay, so they're going to be custodying the central banks. Yeah, well then we need some alternatives. I wonder if River could do this. Seems like a big opportunity. And then we should give a shout out.
But I think, I mean, yes, River should do it. But like if I'm China, I'm not going to store my Bitcoin with an American company.
Cool.
Right?
Well, then that means there's
I
lots
think
of opportunity.
there needs to be better self-custody solutions and processes for a government or large, you know, sovereign.
Like who's custodying for El Salvador? Probably Coinbase. Who's custodying for Bhutan?
Like BitGo did at one point.
Who's doing it for Bhutan?
I don't know, but it's probably American companies.
China doesn't want to just adopt whatever El Salvador is doing. Right?
So that's a lot of them are probably using American companies, but that's at best a temporary band-aid. It's very dumb. It's literally repeating gold.
Yeah.
So it's, again, not taking advantage of of properties of Bitcoin.
Maybe some of these companies could like provide the consulting and solutions like this is a terrible analogy, but like Palantir for self-custody. Like they're like, it's essentially, I know it's a terrible idea, but it's, you know, it's effectively a consulting company to help these guys do that. Because these guys, again, I come back to these guys are old.
Yeah. another theory on the gold stuff that I heard floated. I don't know if you guys have any opinion on this, but I think I heard that there may be, I think U.S. Treasury holds a lot of gold, but it's priced at like $43 an ounce or something.
So we hear.
Is that right? But it's like purposely just priced
Low
from like the 70s, and they never repriced it. And I've heard this theory that they're going to reprice it and sell it in order to
buy Bitcoin
for the strategic reserve in a budget neutral way.
Meaning on the U.S. accounting books, they've valued it at $40 or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. And so if you revalue it at whatever it is,
like whatever the price was,
4,300 or whatever it is now,
or something like that.
Yeah. So if you do that, then you actually can sell it to whoever wants to buy it, China or whatever, and then you can use that to fund a strategic reserve.
Is that why the price of Bitcoin has gone from 125 to 105?
I mean, I think that was part of the theory, is that it might be trying to tank the market while doing this move to buy. I have no.
That seems very in line with Trump thinking. And I mean, if so, and he pulls it off, wow, that'd be
part of the deal.
That'd be a giga brain move. I'm skeptical, but maybe.